smarter than us. We don't know how to do it. We don't know how to program friendliness into computers. So that moment is approaching.
Let's go to Mike in Denver. Welcome to the show, Michael. Go ahead.
Thank you, George, so much for taking my call. It's great to be with you.
Thank you.
James, thank you so much, James, as well, for making this film about suicide. It's something that isn't covered enough in this country, I think. So thank you for doing that, and also thank you for your book on AI. A quick comment and question. So, surrounding artificial intelligence, James, if robots, AI were able to develop emotional bonds with humans, project human-like qualities and have some form of consciousness, do you think that they would be subject to the same laws as humans, or do you think that there would be kind of a separate basis of laws for robots?
That's an excellent question,
Like
Michael.
Isaac Asimov, right?
Yeah, the 4 laws of robotics. It's a great question, and I think they would be, because, we kind of base our laws and our thoughts about ourselves on, the capacity to suffer. And, we're the highest of the animals, and we have great planning abilities, but do we suffer? I think once you realize, if we survive the intelligence explosion, if we survive the big leap from the computers we have today with very narrow intelligence to computers that have general intelligence and think like we do, we're going to have to consider those feelings. We're going to have to, I think they'll be lobbying for that. I can imagine they'll be protesting stuff. They might call a strike. Because there's no reason to think that we can't, in time, create machines that are as complex and as emotional and intelligent as we are. And then when they're the ones doing the AI R&D, they'll be more intelligent. So that's a great question. I think initially they may have the separate laws, but then it'll be like slavery. And they'll lobby and they'll get parity, they'll get equality.
James, 54 years ago, 2001: A Space Odyssey came out in 1968. And talking about artificial intelligence, remember HAL the computer?
Yeah, HAL 9000. Even quick, one of the pleasures of my career was I got to interview Arthur C. Clarke. And we talked about HAL much on a robot.
How did he come up with that idea?
Well, he was a genius, and I think he just, there was a big debate back then about whether intelligence had to be embodied. Does intelligence have to have a body or not? And the East Coast people said, yeah, it has to come in a body form, like a robot. And they had Shaky the robot, which is still a really funny robot that came out of MIT. On the West Coast, they thought, no, you don't need a body. You can be like the HAL 9000. You can just be a computer. And that debate still goes on. There's no paradigm for teaching computers about the world. So how do you teach a robot about, or how do you teach a computer about things like sunshine and grass and a breeze without a body, without perception? He came up with a HAL 9000. He said to me, and I've repeated this ever since. He said, "We humans fear the future not because we're the fastest or the strongest creatures, but because we're the most intelligent. And when we share the planet with something more intelligent than we are, it will fear the future." And so that led him to create the HAL 9000. It was a warning.
Did he ever talk about why he came up with that year, 2001, back in 1968?
No, I don't think he did. I think it seemed like it seemed far enough into the future. I got a hypothesis about that, but I think it seemed far enough into the future that he could hypothesize about the future. But I think that's when he thought that we would create machines that were as smart as humans. I think from the 60s, he thought 2001 was a reasonable amount of time.
What an ominous year that turned out to be. I wonder if he saw that too.
Yeah, remember we thought all the computers were going to shut down? Remember the...
2000.
Yeah, the 2000 crisis.
Y2K. Yeah.
And then 2001, of course, that was when there was a terrible year. That was when 9/11 happened.
9/11, exactly. Let's go back to the calls. Let's go to Pat in St. Louis, first-time caller. Hello, Pat. Welcome.
Thank you, and thanks for being there, gentlemen.
Thank you.
My question for Mr. Barrett is, it's obvious that he thinks that AI can become sentient. That's my sense from listening. So I'm wondering how close he thinks we are to that time, and do we have a plan? How will we know if they're sentient? Are we planning for that possibility? And I'll take my question off the air.
That's a great question. It's sort of predicting the future is that you're always wrong. I'll tell you what some of the experts say. Ray Kurzweil is a great inventor, and he's now one of the chief engineers at Google. He won the Thomas Edison Award.
The genius.
Yeah, he won the Thomas Edison Award. He's the one who invented the machines that meet the blind. He was one of the first people to do character recognition. He's one of the pioneers of natural language processing, which allows programs like LAMDA. He says by 2029 we'll have machines there. We'll have machines as smart as humans at the price of a computer. So he tracks the price of computers, and he tracks how fast processes are developing. And he says by 2029 we'll have, and here's a big number. We'll have machines that make 800,000 trillion calculations per second. And that's what he estimates the brain does. And so it will be, he says that it will be an online service where you can dial up and get access to a brain or a string of brains, or you can buy a computer that's as smart as you think. So I think it's probably somewhere in that range. And that maybe I would put it maybe 5 to 10 years out, but it's some people put it 100 years out. Some people think we'll achieve human level intelligence in a machine by the end of this century.
What would we be like 500 years from now, Jim?
Well, if we're still here,
Yeah, that's a big question. That's a big if.
99% of all species have gone extinct, and there's nothing really all that special about us. And we're the species most likely to make ourselves extinct. I don't know. I can't even comprehend what 500 years from now will be like. It's going to be unrecognizable. Like if you handed a smartphone to Christopher Columbus, he'd probably stop his trip and stop colonizing.
Well, just think of 500 years ago, 1522.
Right.
And look where we are today. I mean, it's huge.
Can you imagine standing in a courtyard of a king and watching a jet fly over?
Or landing on the moon?
Or landing on Earth. The idea that someone could land on the moon. Or just something simple like a car. Horseless carriage with
rockets everywhere, submarines. I mean,
yeah,
it's incredible.
Well, it's so hard. It's hard to think about 100 years from now. I can sort of think about 20 to 50 years from now, because I think there'll be a lot of development of smart cities. I think there'll be a lot of development of interconnected power sources and interconnected machines.
Well, just in 30 years, look what's happened when we've gone from pagers to cell phones to smartphones. I mean, look how fast that's gone.
Yeah, I know people, but the last time I communicated with them was by letter in the mail.
What's that?
I don't know. It's something I remember vaguely. But I remember putting a stamp on a letter and mailing it to someone, and I haven't, there's some people I haven't talked to since there was no internet.
One of the greatest tools right now, the greatest tools ever. We're going to take a quick break here, James. Email. We'll be back.
Always on your phone? Then you'll be happy to know the Coast website is now optimized for mobile users. Just point your iPhone or Android browser to coasttocoastam.com and enjoy.
Fiery. Fiery.
On the hat. And when it breaks. I'm Phil Hewlett from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Wearing masks indoors could become mandatory in LA County again in about a month. Right now, the county is averaging 8.1 daily COVID hospital admissions for 100,000 residents. If the daily average reaches 10, LA County will be bumped into the CDC's high virus activity category. The first woman to lead the Los Angeles School Police Department is retiring after just a year and a half on the job. Leslie Ramirez is now the third chief to retire in the past 4 years. Ramirez spent 32 years in law enforcement. With first place in the National League West on the line, the Dodgers took the first of 4 games against the Padres last night, 3-1. LA leads San Diego in the West by 2.5 games. Southland weather from KFI, sunny, warm, and humid for your Friday after the morning fog clears out. 80s to low 90s inland. Right about 70 at the beaches, cooler into your holiday weekend. Right now it is 68 in La Palma, Lake Forest 61, downtown LA 64, and in Burbank it is 69 degrees. We lead local from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Phil Hewlett. In Long Beach, there is a work zone on the 710 northbound from Long Beach Boulevard to the 91. 2 right lanes are going to be shut down for road work on Ferry 5. And in Glendale, there is another work zone, 134 westbound from the 2 to the 5. Carpool and 2 left lanes are going to be shut down for road work. Expect slowing in that area. In Temescal Valley, this is on the 15 southbound at Temescal Canyon Road. We have a crash that has all lanes blocked right now. KFI and the Sky hopes to get you there faster on Bryant.
TweetTweet on the Martha Stewart podcast.